Hello guys, welcome to another World Box video. After this ad is done, you'll see what I've done to my world since I've been gone. Since I've stopped making YouTube videos. It's very, very active. Don't ask how this type of world is made, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Lots of nukes. I mean, not a lot of nukes. A lot of air bombs and mountains, including with forest. And then you have this butte. You can see what the world looked like before the bombs went off. Right here, the world was basically this. Some forests were connected. The others look like this. But now it looks like this because I was ridiculously bored. And I wanted to... A world war was happening in the world. If you look at the bottom, 8,000 people died in the world war that happened a year ago in game. I'm surprised the population went up so fastly. The grass just came back. But this is just seeing normal life. The world... Oh yeah, the blue and the red nations was having a world war before all of this started. It seems like they're still at war. I call it a world war because they had most of the land in the world. Well, these are my favorite guys, were chilling right here while all that was happening. I guess we can check out what's happening between these two. This is the new capital. The capital used to be right here. But you can see I wanted to hit that area, but now the capital's over here. There used to be capital was right here. Can you believe that this area had any land at all? I mean, I could have made it look like this. But like I said, everything was square shaped. Everything. Oh, barely anything was connected. I can't speak English. Okay. Connected at all. Their capital used to be here, but now that's all water. It seems like my favorite country. This country that I'm talking about right here used to be at war with the Red Nation, and I'm pretty sure their capital was right here. That used to be their capital until Red took it, and then they took. These are new, but there were villages somewhere here. Red took these, and then they only had this left. And then I blessed most of their people for surviving until then. But it seems like another world war could happen very soon. I'm just gonna let you take a look at that 8,000 dead, bro. That's incredible. How many people died during that world war? Now, another world war is happening. This guy in the corner of the world took so much land, and now they're wanting to take this land too. So we have a wannabe empire here versus 2 used to be empires. 3 maybe if they're at war with the right nation. Oh, my nose, man. The best part about having you can start a nuclear war with nukes if you have premium, but I clearly don't. The best part about nuclear war in this game is you get to see the people have to live through the wasteland and then try to build out what's left of the land. Like, I've done this multiple times, and the land always comes out different, especially if you fill it up with mountains. The land always comes different. Like, look at this. This is natural. Natural. You don't get to see that normally unless you really want to be precise about making land. It's beautiful. I'm basically gonna make a video about how these people lived during post-apocalyptic wartime. I think I waited about 10 minutes, but in game that's like 10 years. I think every minute a month pass. But for some reason it was faster. I feel like it was faster because it takes a long time for the grass to grow back. Most of this is natural, most of it. But I had to speed it up a little. You can see what happened to this land. This was man-made. This part right here is man-made by the bandits. A little bit of evidence of them existing is right here. I wanted to make the World War stop by destroying the Red Nation because everyone was at war with them. But it ended up failing and I ended up nuking the world. It seems like barely anything's happening anymore. I can see why, though. I can see why. Look at that. A desert nation has water in it. Basically an island at this point. The red capital is here. And their farming is in the smallest pocket of land ever. You can see how bad I messed up the Red Nation. Their capital was actually here. The roads and everything are. You can see that I'm not lying. Their capital used to be here. Now it's in a desert with 56 people. How much food do they have? 52. The possibility of people starving is humongous. But maybe they could survive the world war that they're still fighting. The white nation is coming back from the deepest points of the underground. This nation was blessed before the nuclear war happened, so I purposely preserved their land before I let them go free. They used to live in a closed area with no trees or anything. But then I gave them some trees. Then I connected them to the rest of the world, and this is what they did. Grown an empire. And another world war is basically happening, but it's not two gigantic empires. It's like around. It has to be four because the Grey Nation just joined. So, yeah. Look, I wonder if I can find a good weapon name this time. Or any good name in a... What about your axe? Bad? Good? Yeah. At least he has some diplomatic stuff. I'm surprised you're not king. I wonder what the king has. If I can find him. It seems like you're running low on soldiers with weapons. And if I do find a soldier with a weapon, they have bad weapons, bro. Why are you mass producing these terrible weapons? That's why you're losing the war with green. Bet. See, the first guy I see, weapon. It's a normal weapon. This guy I see, normal weapon. Bet. Look, another guy, weapon. Normal. Huge sword. See, but if I can find a legendary weapon, they get the most outrageous names most of the time. Like elephant armor. Elephant armor boots, elephant sword, elephant chest plate. Like I don't want to. Why are you making armor for elephants, bro? And you're wearing it as a human. Sometimes, if a country is really doing well, the civilians will also have weapons. I've seen it multiple times. But since a world war happened, they do need to recuperate because they're mining. They're all living off of this one. They're living off of this one thing. I mean, two things. This and the grass. This is where they get all their ore. They don't get ore from outside. They get it from the inside of the world. So, a country will be royally screwed if they don't have a mining area. But sometimes they're able to cheat the system and get wooden weapons. How did he? This country very well does have a mining area in the forest. That has to be good, right? Does it matter where you put the mining area? I wish the developer of the game watched this. Hey, this is one of the only times I'm going to ask for likes. But if you made it this far, like the video. Maybe the developer of the game is going to see this. But can you make it where they can put the mining area in the mountains, and like in certain areas they put it the rarer the ore they get? Because that'll be cool. Oh, they're building a temple. I haven't seen this one yet, even though I believe another country has made one. I just don't remember what country made one. I believe the red country had one before the nuclear war. That's a fountain. That's a fountain. That's not a fountain. I forgot the name of it. Don't call me out. Don't do that. That mean. But a country had a temple. I just don't know which one, and I don't know if the temple survived. Well, apparently the white nation is doing a lot of attacks. Okay, a rebel. The city rebelled. I mean, the city revolted. Okay. Here's a battle. Yay. Attack. Sometimes I do see nations being really greedy about their ore, and if they don't have a lot of ore and all their buildings aren't upgraded, they will just go into battle with nothing, kill the enemy, take their weapons, and then use that to fight. Which I think is hilarious, really. But I never seen any country before the nuclear war happened ever live in a desert. They would avoid the desert on purpose, but now they have to live in there. That's one of the best areas they can live in. Because if you live in the forest area, there's a lot of countries that don't have a lot of diplomatic points, which means most likely they're not good with keeping peace. But if you lived on the outskirts of the world and you're new, you're a new country, most likely you'll be fine. You'll be okay for the most part. But the problem is you need to find grass to have a food source. Because your stupid relatives like to kill animals for fun without eating them, which means 1,000 animals were murdered before the World War started, and then, which means you're low on food and in the middle of the desert. You can see how mad I am. I swear, I tried to make animals live here, but then they either ended up having no food in certain areas and wandering in the middle of the mountains, or like 10 humans would gang up on them and beat them to death, and then take their liver and bones and leave with the meat just sitting there, which I find really upsetting. But it seems like the rebels are still surviving, which means you're screwed in the future. Technically, you just rebelled from a country that's in the middle of a world war, which means you're screwed because they're always having armies ready for invasion. And you're one of them. You're one of them that is gonna get invaded. But you have a big food source. 300 food for 101 people. You extra, and you killed 12 animals. Screw you. I think you can only get one bone per animal. So don't believe me. I think you can only get one bone per animal. I'm not exactly sure. But it seems like the Rebel Nation is doing really well. They're going for the capital now, which I don't believe you want to do that. You might be saying this is cheating, but I blessed this nation for a reason. I want it to survive until the next end game, which I believe I'm going to just spawn a lot of bandits and see what they do with the world. Or I'm going to light the entire world on fire if I don't need to destroy anything. The fire's just going to burn buildings and kill a bunch of people without destroying the land. See, that's basically all this nation. Bloop. Even the children are blessed now. The best thing about blessing people is most of the time their children will have stats. Most of the time. This guy is 18 years old. And he is eagle-eyed. His last generation was all blessed. Who else can I find that has special abilities? You. I know you aren't that old. He's 47. He's paranoid and he has wisdom on his side. Let's see how old the nation is itself, though. The nation is 159 years old. So, a lot of these people are new generations. Unless we can find an immortal. How is the world 100? Did I read that wrong? 160 years old. Okay, 160. Right? 160. The world is 178. This nation is ancient. It's ancient. It's been alive since the first nations were made. Incredible. In this rebel nation, I need to say it slowly, the village is 156 years old. That means this must have been an old capital. But the rebels are not that old. That's a fact. No cap. Okay. I don't even know what cap means. Okay. But they do have a ridiculous amount of food for their people. On the other hand, these guys have just the right amount of food for their people. They have too many people. Their village can only fit 81 people. I pushed its limits. But now at least its borders are gonna grow. Let's look at the king. That's not the king. This is the king. He cannot dodge for the life of him, obviously. I believe we already looked at him, though. He's tough. He's strong. He wants to murder people, or... No, that's deceitful. That means he lies a lot. Stop it. Okay. And he's blessed, obviously. He's 29. He has one child. He has one kill. And he has 12 children. Let's look at the nation. The nation age is 165. Okay. Born is 4. Okay. Most of the people died during the last World War. Yeah. We're cool. We're the cool kids in a war zone. Anyway, like I said, like the video. Please. I want more people to see it. And I'll see you guys later. Later. Ukulele.